How's it going, everybody? So, welcome back. So, we're going to be continuing with Channel 4's Would You Rather today, which I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, last time we did the Would You Rather be religious or atheist. Today, we're going to be doing Would You Rather be binary or non binary, which I'm intrigued about because I am not sure what that actually is. Obviously, I've heard of people being binary, non binary, but I just genuinely don't understand it. Like, I don't have a clue about it. So, yeah, this will be an interesting one. So, let's get to it.
Would have probably seen you as a boy
Yeah,
and dismissed you, but you're actually quite nice.
thank you.
So, only quite.
So, it's non binary, like, you don't have so you don't have
So I identify as non-binary, which is a gender identity that is outside of the binary of male and female.
So I identify as binary, aka heterosexual straight male. Alright, so one. Right, yeah, my first question. Could you explain to me what is non-binary and binary? And explain to me as if I'm like a 6-year-old because I don't really understand that much.
Sure. For example, you are a man and you identify as male.
Yeah.
So you identify within the male binary of male and female. You feel comfortable as a man. Non-binary is kind of feeling comfortable outside of that strict, I'm a man, I'm a woman.
So before you identified as non-binary, what did you like? What was it? Surely you didn't know what that word meant in school and that.
So I've always felt that I didn't fit in with being a man or a woman, but I didn't have the language. So I kind of identified as just like a gay man. But I like to think everybody's a little bit fluid. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. In terms of a stereotype for like a man or whatever, as much as I go gym and all them things, I'm around lads and stuff, like, I'm very much in touch with my emotions. I can talk in that, which the people say is like a female trait and stuff, but I couldn't hold a handbag through town. Like, you know, if like, I know you got like, well, I mean, like, nah, I couldn't. I don't know what it is, man. That's just me, like, conforming to society.
Like,
So if you went on a shoot...
I mean, obviously, I identify as a man because I am a man, and, you know, I have all the man things that you need to have and things, you know. So it's like, I can understand people saying like, oh, I was born a man, but I want to be a woman, and, you know, going through the change, being transgender, but I don't understand saying like, I don't want to be either, and just having like none or living outside of that and being both. I can't I don't understand it. Maybe
The show walks in and she's like, babe, you're going to be on the cover, but you need to wear a skirt.
No, you know what? I couldn't.
Let's break it up. Why? What's stopping you? Is it the public reaction to you?
Yeah, and even like my close friends and that, I'll get violated if I wore a skirt.
You get violated.
Oh, that's just the way my friends speak.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Is it one of them where you want to know which one you fall into, or you're happy in non-binary? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a common misconception, I guess. People think you're kind of searching to become one or the other. But no, I'm very happy to just plonk in the middle.
So if you need a toilet when you're out shopping, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very valid question, and it's a stressful question, because if I go into the men's, often I will be asked to leave, and if the same would happen if I go into the women's. Ideally, I'd go into the disabled. My main concern here is safety, because I know that wherever I go, it can be unsafe. I feel very comfortable in being free, but the world around us isn't there yet. It's just other people not understanding. Have you ever had similar situations?
Honestly, the first thing anyone ever says to me when they meet me is like, oh my God, you're so much nicer than I thought you'd be. Like, oh, like, what do you mean? Like, just because I've got like tattoos and large skin, I look after myself, I think I'm gonna be a certain way.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. When a girl approaches me and stuff, like, they'll come at me with the energy of like, oh, you're just a player, you're just a fuck boy. I'm like, I haven't said anything to you, like, why are you coming up to me telling me this? Like,
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get to the bit where I'm right now. I had to make the same mistakes multiple times. All the one night stands, all them things, yeah, and realised that this is the reason I'm not progressing, I'm slowing down my progression. That's when I excelled in my career, like when I didn't mess around with all these girls no more.
Yeah.
But it's hard, you know, like, to be the one that's turning that down because you want to stay at home and do a Tibetan bowl and incense and stuff. Like, people think you're a certain way, and I'm just like, yo, these aren't the people I want to be associated with, so I've cut everyone out now, and I'm literally just me and my little squad.
That's good. That's like me. But it's interesting to know that we have that in common.
Yeah. How has being non-binary affected your life in a negative aspect?
How long have you got, Sean? I mean, it's not ideal, is it?
I would say I could imagine.
I mean,
being
it's a
few
struggle, my
negative
love. It's a
because of,
struggle.
like, especially
I think
the
my
older
biggest struggle is
generation,
just the way that I look.
well,
Going
very much aren't
outside
accepting stuff
and
like the
experiencing
gay
like people's
community,
reaction to you.
which obviously
Or,
is
you know,
dying
people
out
taking
because,
photos, laughing,
like, my
slurs,
generation, my
violence,
kids,
sexual assault, like all of
even
those
my
things are
parents,
more
like,
common
are very accepting.
when
Obviously, you should be.
you don't fit in.
But
This
like,
is really
my
shit.
grandparents,
Yeah, but I mean,
that are dying
what
out.
I've decided with it is it's not my fault. Do you find it hard to break those assumptions?
Yeah, very hard.
So, do you see how embracing a more fluid and free mindset when it comes to masculinity could help you feel less stressed by what people are expecting of you?
Yeah, definitely. When you word it like that, it's not like I questioned whether I was a man or not. It was more like I didn't want to fall into the stereotype of a man no more.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. I'm not sat here trying to convert you. I think everybody can benefit from thinking about gender in a less binary sense. Having a freer perception of gender means that you can navigate the world easier.
Yeah.
Sean is a prime example.
You see, with that, I think that's just a case of you. That's not going to change anything for him. Like, if he's getting stressed out with the way his life is, that's just genuinely the way life is. I get, like, identifying as something like as being non-binary isn't going to change that for him. Isn't going to change anything for him. You can be in touch with your emotions. That's absolutely fine. Like, I'm very much in touch with mine. Well, now I am, now that I'm on my medication, but fucking like, no one's truly got like happiness, have they? Let's face it. I mean, for example, like, whilst I was off work for like 4 months because I was having mental health issues, I spoke about it on here. Like, I'm not happy now. I'm not like over the moon about every day waking up thinking, oh, today's gonna be another adventure. You know, I go to work, I come home, I see my kids, I have my tea, I go to bed, and I do the same thing. So no, that's not happiness. I'd say the last time I was truly happy was like before kids, before Sophie, when I was just on my own, because you don't have any responsibility, so you don't know what kind of his life is at that point. But I don't think if I turned around and was like, I'm going to be non-binary now, I don't think for a second that would solve my problems and make me feel better. I don't know, maybe I've just like read that completely wrong, but you know, life is difficult, it's meant to be tough. It's about getting through it, but by being yourself, expressing yourself. Well, like, people don't like me sometimes because, like, at work I'm very jokey. I like to make jokes, sometimes daft, risky jokes, yeah, but like I need to have that outlet where I can let my like personality really flow through, and it's mainly the older people, like the people in the 50s, 60s that are like, oh, fucking Dominic, you know, but you know, fuck them, because that's me being me. And the moment I try to hide that, it's just not going to be good for me.
Of someone that I would prejudge, and I think the conversation has shown that he's not only willing to learn, he's already learnt some things about how to express himself more freely.
You can still be just as alpha and just as manly and have feminine traits. I'll still watch Disney, I'll still chill, I'll still bath, I'll still incense. Tell me I'm not a man, what?
It does give me optimism about men, I guess. Men in general. So, yes. Thanks, Sean.
Right, so after the conversation we had today, definitely still want to be binary, but I'll take traits of the non-binary.
After the conversation, I would still remain non-binary. However, I have more respect, I think, for those who are binary.
Yeah, like, I don't understand like the whole take the traits of non-binary. I probably missed something, like, in terms of like just being yourself, absolutely. Like, but if you see this guy, this other guy, the non-binary guy, himself is being neither or being both. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm really just, like I said before, I'm not 100% clued up on it. But like, just be yourself. That's all he's got to do. Is like, it's like saying, I'm going to take the traits of it, which that might be the traits. You might be saying, no, Dom, that's just you being a bit. But no, like, you just got to be yourself. That's all you ever can be. Eventually, people either accept you for it or they won't. And the people that accept you for it, you can count as like good people.
The main things I've learned today is the definition of non-binary, the struggles you have to go through, and the sense of not falling under the stereotypes of being a man, being a woman.
As you say, I would have probably seen you as a fuckboy.
Yeah.
And dismissed you, but you're actually quite nice.
Thank you.
It's alright, only quite.
It's definitely reinforced that the fact that I can do stuff that would be considered as feminine traits and definitely feel more confident doing them things. It's definitely reinstated that.
Good,
No.
I'm glad.
If you want to do feminine, do it. My little girl tells me I'm dressing up as a princess. I'm dressing up as a princess, let me tell you. But no, that was another good one, to be fair. Like, I needed to watch it. I'm still a little bit confused, so obviously if someone can really simplify it down and explain it to me, but I think I get it. And I hope no one's taking this the wrong way or anything, because I don't want to sound like I'm trying to like disrespect or anything. I'm just genuinely a bit out of the loop with it all. But no, that was good. That was good. I definitely identify as binary, but yeah, I'll do some feminine shit if I have to, if I feel like it. Like, do I enjoy a bubble bath? Hell yeah. Whack a bit of candle on? Yeah, man, go for it. Like, I'm not ashamed of that. Like I said, if my daughter wants me to dress up like a princess, I'm going to dress up like a princess. So, yeah. I wouldn't say that's me taking traits from anything. I think nowadays we're too wrapped up in on how you identify. You just got to do it yourself. I am a straight binary male man, whatever. But yeah, but I'll do some weird shit too. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting. I've certainly enjoyed it, and join me for the next episode, which will be, would you rather be black or white? It's an interesting one. Cool. Yeah. So see you then. Subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff, and bye bye.